if you fall down. If anything seems to put a dampener on your smile, on anything, whatever it may be, the next day, you got a whole nother day ahead of you. And as a musician, as a whatever you're doing, nobody has ever been perfect. There's never going to be anything that's called perfect. Hell, I like things that aren't perfect on purpose, because I think that whole concept of perfect is bullshit, and it's just a little bit too much. If you want to do something, just do it.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the All Music Matters in That podcast. I'm your host, Brian. And today I welcome special guests from Colorado. We got Joseph, Asgard, Erickson. How you doing today, brother?
Man, doing all right. Enjoying the weather.
Yes, how's it this time of the year? And which part of Colorado are you hailing from?
So, Denver Metro. That's if you say Denver, it could be North Denver, you could be South. So just Denver Metro. And right now, it's almost 70 degrees out, but yesterday it was snowing. So if you're here, you will literally not know what the weather's going to be like until that hour. It snowed in June before. It has been a drought in June. So kind of just really depends, but the state's probably going to be on fire in like, say, a month or two, because it's going to be so freaking dry and just no moisture at all. So I'm happy with it.
We could say it's almost like a visit to the Nine Realms, given the Asgard reference.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So, have you lived in Colorado your whole life, or have you kind of jumped around a little bit?
This has been my home my whole life. I mean, I've been around the country and whatnot. But I haven't lived per se in any other state. A lot of, at least all of my immediate family's here, and everybody likes it here. So it's been a pretty good spot to be.
And just for the audience sake, I guess, is Asgard really a middle name, or is that kind of a nice little nickname everyone kind of gave you?
Well, maybe I should make it in my middle name, but it was a nickname. To be 100,000,000,000% honest, came from where you go if you do dumb stuff, and then you don't like to be able to go outside and whatnot. So it was a nickname given to me while I was in the correctional system for a second, but came out and it kind of just stuck with everybody I knew. They're like, all right, cool, that's your stage name or something, and it works.
It's a good thing your last name doesn't start with the letter G, because I think if they wanted to put JAG together, that'd be kind of a little bit of a bad nickname there.
Yeah, somebody would try and jump at me for like some form of a copyright or something. Be like, sir, you're going to need to change something just a little bit. Maybe put a dot in there or something, or apostrophe above it, but can't have it. So
I guess so. And I guess we could really go with the whole Norse mythology here too, especially they talk about the apocalypse, like Fimble Winter or something, or Ragnarok or something like that.
Yes,
you got
sir.
You got the beard and everything too, so I feel like he's ready.
I'm ready. And I mean, I got runes literally tattooed from hopefully head to toe by the end of my lifetime. I mean, I've got some, but it's a really cool, like, thinking style religion, if you would call it, or almost call it. I don't know. The stories are awesome. It's just really cool. A lot of people need something to believe in, and I don't know. Those gods, they seem powerful. They seem more human than anything, which I really like. It's all the stories were all about being like humans. They're just really badass humans. So it's cool.
It's a whole Game of Thrones on a divinity scale, if we wanted to say it that way.
Kinda.
Sort of, yeah.
Kinda. It depends on where you're looking, but I mean, kill the big snake. Run away from the big wolf. If it wants to eat you, hit it with a hammer.
I would say, do you have a hammer? Do you have something we can Call
I
forward
mean,
Saber.
I made one. So this guy I made myself, and this one was like a gift and whatnot, some runes and stuff. So I mean, I've got an altar that I keep, and it's all really up to said person that is practicing if they have any items. Like I know a bunch of guys that just have them in themselves, but I don't know. Rocks, crystals, just pieces of the earth have always just seemed pretty. I don't know, if I keep them close to me instead of all this electronic nonsense that doesn't really mean everything in the world. It's just items. So I don't know. I like having those items around. It seems that kind of keeps me a little bit more grounded.
As we would say, the electronic stuff that makes up the other part of your life. So
Yeah.
which we'll get to in just a moment or two. But I guess before we jump into that, I guess what you been up to recently? Because I've been seeing you post a good bit of drum stuff on the socials and that sort of stuff.
Yep. So that's really what I've been pushing. Lately, I mean, I'm a drummer. That's really what I specialize in because apparently I can't play guitar. I've tried, can't do it. You give me 4 appendages. Oh yeah, I can do whatever the hell you want me to do with them. But strum and push down on a fretboard, I don't know, not so much. But I was doing a lot of covers for a while, and that was more or less to get just my name finally being pushed through social media because I kind of showed up a little late to that whole thing. So had to restart somewhere. So it's like, all right, get somewhat good gear and be able to just mix it on the little program that it comes with. And that worked out. And now I've been playing with 2 bands for about 3 years. One of them we're actually we're hopefully going to be booking our first show here soon. And that is the band Unscathed. We've just been, my friend Brendan, we've been friends for literally 15 years. And we wanted to make a project forever. And I was either really busy with music or he was busy. So we finally made something. And I don't know. I like what we're coming up with. It's definitely different than what I'm used to and what's kind of been going around the local scene. And also I play with this band called Ion Landale. That is it's a completely different side of metal. Unscathed, meat and potatoes, death metal. But also my guitar players, they like melody a lot. And there's also, I don't know, I guess you can almost say that there's some like early 2000s little influences of more metalcore happy sounding stuff because that's what Brennan loves. That's a lot of where he derives a lot of his influences from. So I'm like, hey, it's nobody else is doing that at the moment. At least I think, and it sounds all right to us. So, I mean, we play music for us first. Then Ion Landale is blackened death metal. That is what I'm most loving for, and it's not loving, but that's really the style of music that I love the most. Just that's what got me into actually playing drums. Black metal, just blast beats, yada yada yada. It was just all about aggression and also just being able to do whatever you wanted to do, and you could literally give the finger to the world just because it was all about rebellion. So, but our band, much more about melody and just keeping a great, brutal, just riffs and drums going. So it's a lot of fun.
So, a way to keep yourself busy, as well as also kind of make up for maybe breaking your New Year's resolutions at some point. So.
Yep. Man, New Year's resolutions. I wish that I actually would make some of those, but I mean, I was able to build onto this little basement that didn't have any of this stuff in here, so I'm stoked. It's a work in progress, and hopefully in a year there'll be what I envisioned about 8 months ago.
And the Great Hall of Odin in this case. If we want to maybe give it that name at some point, Odin's Chamber. So
I'm trying to figure out a name because I would like to. Plan was to possibly buy this house and the whole where I'm at right now in the basement to become a possible recording studio. And I've outfitted it to be such. There's still a lot to do. I mean, I've never opened up one of those studios, and I'm learning about all that. But for what it is right now, it's a great jam space. It has great acoustics, and I am happy with the results of all the fruits of the labor that we've put into it, and it's helping family, helping me. It's great.
That's pretty cool. Actually, I get to elaborate more about the studio here in just a little bit.
Sure.
But first off, Joe, welcome to my podcast here, mate. And the way it's going to work is I just want to ask you some questions and get to know you more, both as the musician, but also as the individual as well here too. So, are you ready?
Let's go.
All right. So in that case, let's start back at the beginning. When he was just a wee lad. So I guess tell people your backstory of how you became a musician, and I guess fill us in with the studio here too at the same time.
Sure. Yeah. Work in progress. Work in progress. Oh, the wee lad, eh? He didn't have very many tattoos. Little fella from Littleton, Colorado. Been in Littleton and this area just for damn near my whole life. Family was here, so just kind of happened. I started playing drums, I think it was around I'm pretty sure I got my first kit when I was in 7th grade or something like that. I'm pretty sure it was more middle school. And when I started playing drums, I saw Peter Criss from Kiss as like basically my first big show. The first show I saw was Night Ranger, and that was at I think it was at like a Broncos rally or something down here for a Super Bowl, and that was cool. But I don't know if you've ever seen Kiss live, but if you are close to the stage, you're going to get sunburnt from how much fire and everything is going on. And I was just astounded. I was like, okay, there's fire, there's lights, there's blood, there's women, and there's loud noises. And this dude is just throwing his sticks up everywhere, like always twirling his sticks. Definitely not the style of playing that I play, but I was just kicked back a little bit, like, man, those dudes are having so much freaking fun. Like that's the one. That's what I want to do. I don't want to play sports or anything. I want to have fun and create something. That's always been my biggest thing. Create. Even if it sucks, at least I took the time to try and create something. And another big reason why I actually became a musician, my uncle, he had a drum kit, and growing up, I saw that thing and I'm like, can I touch it? I know I'm a little dude, but can I touch it? Please let me touch the butt. Come on, let me touch it. And he's like,
don't touch it.
Right. And my ADHD is so bad. It's like, oh, look at all that crap back there. What does it do? Man, that hurts my ears doing that, but I'm going to do it again. Don't touch it. Oh, I'm going to touch it. Best believe.
I'm going to put my nuts on your drum set. So yeah.
No, you can't do that. And he was always a big influence on my musical taste. Besides my mother, she man, if I was who I am now without the mother I had, I wouldn't be a metalhead. There's no fucking way. There's absolutely no way in hell that I would have had the musical choice and the ability to be around metal like I was when I was growing up. My mom likes rock and roll, and I think I was in like 5th grade. I had Master of Puppets in my CD player. Yeah, CD player. There was, I think I even had it on tape too. Not this MP3 stuff. That Master of Puppets disc, I thought I was the hottest shit on the block because I heard that going through my ears when I was skateboarding to school. I'm like, that is so tough. I don't know what you guys are listening to, but it definitely can't be as cool as this. There's no way. So kind of just progressed from there. The heavier it got, the more I wanted to be around it and learn about it.
That's cool. I guess, did you jump around with various instruments before kind of settling on drums? I know you said 7th grade, but I think they want you to get like into a string or brass instrument in elementary school.
So I did. I played the trombone for like 2 years, and I wanted to play percussion, and they're like, nope, we're all full up. It's like, what the hell am I supposed to do then? Like, that's the only thing I want to do. Like, I don't want to be in here unless there's a drum in here. And it's like, all right, well, at least I get to be in band. Like, I'll try this trombone thing. Wasn't very good at it, but I don't know if that was just the ADHD, because when I was younger, school was not nice. It was way more difficult than anything else that I've literally gone through my entire life. When I was younger, if you told me that I had to do something today, it would have been like in one ear, out the other, and disappeared into nothingness before it got to the wall right next to me. So it was pretty difficult for me to really pick up on anything, math, what people's names were. So, which has changed, thankfully. That was all the way in high school. So what else did I try and play? The hammered dulcimer. That was pretty cool. I don't know if you ever heard of a hammered dulcimer. That is a more folk style instrument. It is, I would say, so here's the flat end right here. This is where the low ends are. Goes up like this it's like a 45-degree angle, and it comes up and hits a plateau again. So it's like flat right here, angle down, and then bam, flat again. And you use a style of mallet that is wooden, and then it has like some leather at the end. And I would say it kind of gives the effect of if you mixed a harp with a guitar and a piano at once, because it's the tones that come out of it. You hit 2 strings at once with one hand, and you're probably going to hit another 2 strings over here. And the way it's tuned, it's a really beautiful instrument. It's very, I mean, in my eyes, I couldn't play it all the way. There's no way. I didn't have lessons because I haven't taken lessons before, except to get into a marching band during high school. Excuse me, by the way. And that was the only time that I ever took lessons. Everything else was by ear. So trying to learn instruments when you've got jumble brains and squirrels up here that want to take off with your thoughts is kind of difficult.
So you belong in a tree. You're a nut.
I'm telling you, completely cuckoo.
Welcome to my world. But I guess anyway, are you completely self-taught when it came to drums, or did you have some help every now and again?
It was basically all me. It took a while. If you don't have any help, it's gonna take a second to figure out, okay, this is 1, this is 3.5. Oh nope, you have to go back to 1, 2, 3, 4. And it took me a while. I think that once I got to double pedal, that's where I actually felt like I was starting to play drums. I was trying to do all this different stuff with a single pedal. My first kit was a PV. It was a PV drum set. Still to this day, I've never heard a tom-tom or a floor tom or a bass drum sound deeper and more monstrous sounding than that PV kit. I still have a couple pieces at home. That thing's more badass and earth shaking than any other drum I've ever touched. But I got that double pedal. It's like, hey, that's how they're doing that fill. That's why I couldn't do it with one. This makes sense, because I don't know how to play the jazz stuff when I was a kid, trying to hit fills going down where you have one hand, you have 2 what's it called? You're hitting 2 notes on one drum, and then you hit the 2 pick drums in between, then you're going down to another 2 drums, and it just, I don't know, it felt really nice having that extra bit of just control to go around.
All right. And I guess what bands really kind of influence Joseph Erickson? I guess because you mentioned about black and death metal. I wasn't sure how you kind of got into the whole death metal, that sort of stuff too.
Well, that influenced me per se. Once I heard, I mean, kind of funny. When I was younger, I used to listen to a lot of Michael Jackson, and yeah, old death metal Satan, Odenbird over here. Oh yeah, Michael Jackson was like the shit, and it was still cool, but I really loved the groove of that. So when I was moving on to rock and roll, Metallica really popped up first. Alice in Chains. Then I heard White Zombie, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? They got like funky sounds going on, and their visuals they were just very appealing. And White Zombie, Rob Zombie, there is some of that cartoonish, and there's also like that demon looking stuff, even though it's not demonic and it's not Satan worshiping music, but he had that effect of like horror movies and like, hey, do I like that? I think I do. That looks like I need to rebel. It's growing in me. So I felt like that whole revolution, rebel against this and that, and Pantera was basically, I found Pantera, and I still to this day, Reinventing the Steel is still heavier than almost every death metal album that I heard. I was listening to Slipknot and that sort of music before I really, really, really started to even understand how much heavier Pantera was in my own ears, like a lot of other bands, and it confused me for a while. It's like I have Blood Red Throne right here, and I was trying to compare that to like a little bit less death metal-y, and I was like, this Pantera album still rocks like through all of this. Like you can't beat it. I didn't understand. So Pantera moved on to, I would say, it's like Cannibal Corpse, Deicide, and it just kept getting faster and faster from there, and until one day I stumbled upon this little band called Mayhem and Gorgoroth. I was like, oh, is this the peak of metal that I've been looking for? So I heard about black metal. I did. And I was like, black metal? That just sounds weird, man. Like, what the hell is black metal? Can you see them or anything? Like, is the stage just dark? Like, I know industrial music, like sometimes it can be really dark and it's just real. Some industrial can be kind of calm. Some of it can be very bright and it has a different like ebb and flow, but black metal, burning churches and blood and all these different stage props. I was like, okay, you win, metal. Let's go. This is what I want to do, and this is where I would like to focus at least some part of my brain to do something, and that's when I learned how to blast beat. All over.
Doing? I was saying, were you doing the 1 foot blast, or did you try doing both feet at once?
1 foot blast, I can, not very quick anymore. I mean, I can say I'm all right, pretty quick with a double bass, but like 1 foot blast, I have not trouble with my keeping those two hands together, but I just felt always that if I'm going to blast and I've got all this motion ready to go, why am I going to expel all that energy with just my 1 foot that I'm going to tire out way before I'm ready to be done with the song? It's like, all right, I got both feet. Let's just do this. That's always been the most comfortable for me.
You'd be like, wait, are you nervous? Just in his one leg right here. So,
yeah, it's like, all right, I guess we're just gonna tap this thing right here, but I don't know. The true Euroblast, they're definitely using 1 foot. I now that I kind of switch in between doubles and swivels and using ankle technique, if I tried to do that with my pedals, there'd be no damn way you'd be able to do it. I I've loosened up my pedals so much, and I have sat much closer to the ground now that I'm using different techniques all at once. That, I mean, you could still go pretty fast on my pedal, but I don't know if I'd be able to do a 250 just straight blast with my pedals. Like, I mean, you can try. I can't do it per se. At least I don't think I can. Get those springs way more. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say I kind of blame Pete Sandoval for doing the whole 1 foot blast and the whole deal. Just doing like what we consider like a double pedal in this case. He was just doing it with 1 foot. It'd be like, damn, son, that whole deal.
Yeah, seriously. When I heard the story about Pete Sandoval, and it's like, wow, he never needed to use a double pedal for a long time, and then once they did give him the option of 2 kick drums, he just went insane speeds, and like just how clean he was. It really just goes to show, you practice and you have your own style technique, you can do it. You can do it. And it always was like, damn, dude, that dude's going fast. And then Suffocation, Mike Smith, the power that he has, he didn't use 1 foot, but the power that guy had with his blasts, I would say he's like even one of the originators. Like, if you get hit by that guy after he's done playing blast beats, your face is probably going to just fall onto the floor. Like, oh, thanks. You hit me so hard, my face is on the ground now. Thanks. Yeah. Good talk. Good talk, man. Good talk.
Be gods be damned, that whole deal. So, yeah.
Get the Z-Quill, y'all. That dude's going to be out for the next 3 days. Sucker.
I can't come into work today. My entire face has been ripped off, and I am a vegetable.
Well, good thing. Yeah, good thing we have lots of work for you to do, because you gone done messed up and got in a fight with the drummer. So, joke's on you. Their hands are fast, and more than likely their feet are fast. So maybe try again.
Maybe. Actually, no. I keep thinking of the joke. It was like it was a Family Guy, Quagmire. I don't know how much you watch in terms of Family Guy, but like one of the neighbors, Quagmire, he's really into like watching porn, for instance. Yeah. I guess he used his left hand so much that it was pretty much like the size of like bulging, for instance. It was just bulging. So it's like, this is what happens when we do 1 foot blast here too. Is just mainly using like one dominant hand to like dominate, like, for instance.
Yeah. So, yeah. Be like, yep. Here's the one good arm. We can do lots of stuff with this thing. This is my special hand. We can try and blast beat for 2 minutes. No.
Maybe 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So at least that's what I try to do. So actually, it struck me like you would have been more into Behemoth or even Vital Remains. Did you ever try to get into those guys?
Oh, I'm going to see Behemoth in a couple days. Best believe. I love Behemoth. And it's not that I am not into those bands. I love Behemoth. I think that the best show I've actually ever seen live, per se, it was Dimmu Borgir, Behemoth, and it wasn't Septic Flesh. No, it might have just been those two.
Skeleton Witch?
Oh, maybe, because it was like 10 years ago. No, longer than 10 years ago. And they played a small venue. If you've ever been to Colorado, the Ogden Theater, Dimmu and Behemoth played the fucking Ogden. And I was this kid just like, all right, let's go see some black metal. Let's do this thing. Everybody else was there for Behemoth. And I was like, man, I don't know. I don't even think I've ever heard of them. And then as soon as they got on, I'm like, what have I been missing? What the hell? Like, these dudes kick ass. They're giants on stage. Like, how do you get that tall? Like, I mean, I'm kind of tall. I'm 6'2", but these dudes, they just look like giants, and voices were changing, and there's fire. Even inside the Ogden, they brought, I mean, it wasn't big fire because you're not allowed to in those venues, like fire codes and whatnot. But it was cool. That's when I really started to dig into Inferno. I saw him play, and it was like, all right, that dude is unstoppable. He's a machine. freaking machine. And Vital Remains, you brought that up. I for the longest time I thought it was a drum machine, and I kind of pushed it off to the side for a second, and then I heard Dave Suzuki recorded it all. He actually did it, and my jaw dropped to the ground a little bit because I thought it was fake the whole time. And I knew that the Necrophagist, the first album that they did, it was a drum machine until they went back and redid it. And I'm like, oh, they're just it's a drum machine band. I mean, I got nothing against that. I've been in bands that had drum machines, but later in life. But I was just more like interested in like seeing live bands like really do their thing. I love watching just musicians, and if they're locked in, they kick ass. Awesome.
Actually, this concert you're going to go see with Behemoth, is it that Godless 4? That's with Immolation, Rotting Christ, and D-Side?
Yep. I have been waiting to see Rotting Christ since I learned about black metal. I've never seen them. And I think that they've came to this continent and actually did a tour. I think they toured with my friend's band, Vale and Noth, that little band, you know, those, and they're tech death guys that I love. They've toured with them, Boknagar, and I think Belphegor was on that tour too. I missed it because I was in the big house, just learn about stuff, learn about how to get right and whatnot, and I missed it. I was pissed. So that's Behemoth, always going to be in my heart. Rotting Christ, I don't think I can physically name or think of or put together a band that's more epic and more like I just want to be riding on a horse. Like, I'm going to take your gold. Your girls are coming with me. We are going to plunder, and this is my shit now. Like, from start to finish, their newest album. There's even actually a song about Yggdrasil. It's like, that's not really like a story about Romans and stuff, but they chunked into the Odinist stuff and the mythology, and I was very surprised. If you hear the song Yggdrasil, bump it, turn up the bass, and just get ready for an awesome story.
Now we quote Black Sabbath, turn up the night, the Ronnie James Dio version there.
Yeah. So hear that
actually,
galloping.
Actually, no, that's really what a song like someone in that tour should probably turn on right before they're about to take the stage. It's almost like, what they call those ones, like when they play like a song for like another band, and then they come on the stage and they start their set list. Is there a name they do that?
So just like changeover music from like, so you're on set change, set in between sets, or are you talking like a cover, like a...
Actually, it was I actually recently went to a concert. It was August Burns Red, Amazon Affliction, some other groups, and before August Burns Red came on, they played System of a Down's Chop Suey.
Yeah.
So
yes.
I thought I can't say opening song because it's not really their material, but it's like, get ready because we're about ready to come on the stage and tear some shit up. I'm trying to I don't know if there's like a term for that sort of song they use, but I guess not, but I don't know.
So they played Chop Suey?
Yeah. Or not them particular. They just played it over the speakers and everything.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's like a set change music. I mean, I guess you can kind of like call it if you've personally like put that playlist together, just trying to show what type of band is coming in next. But I've never really heard a whole lot of music that wasn't just playlists on different places, or else whoever is running sound that night, they usually have a little something that they're like, all right, this tour is going to have this on it. This kind of sounds like what's going on. This might have a little bit of hardcore over here to keep people interested. There's, there might be another term, but I don't know it per se.
I bet there was, but that's whatever. So what? Please do Black Sabbath's Turn Up the Night. I think it's an excellent hit before you come on and do your set list. So.
Well, then I'm going to write that shit down then. Come to the night.
Turn Up the Night.
Turn Up the Night.
It's from the Mob Rules. It's That was Ry James Dio as the vocalist for Black Sabbath.
Turn up the okay. I'll have to. I like Sabbath. There's a lot of Sabbath that I should have listened to a lot more, but it was like, sorry guys, I'm running ahead. If there's faster stuff, I mean, I was hooked on Led Zeppelin for much longer time than I really got to hang on to Sabbath. So I mean, bottom, bro, bottom. The dude was he was the doctor.
And Neil Peart was the professor. May they both rest in peace.
Man.
So,
man, oh man.
Tough, yeah.
I don't know if you want to talk about that new Rush tour. It's happening right now. I'm going to go see him. I'm probably going to set up the show. I'm excited and nervous also because I love Rush. I mean, if you're a drummer, how could you not love watching the dude play? He's immaculate. I mean, Mike Portnoy, awesome, very cool, got lots of stuff, mastermind of his craft. But Peart was different. I know it's rock and roll and prog rock, but the dude and he wrote a lot of the lyrics too. Like, just mastermind, ridiculous, love it.
Actually, I always got a kick because me and my dad watched a documentary about Rush, and I guess at one point they were touring with Kiss, and I think they, Kiss has always been known to bring the girls and that sort of stuff off the stage, and doing some other stuff. So, but when they brought him in Rush, they didn't engage in any activity. They just kind of sat there, and I think it was Gene Simmons. He said, "If girls can make love to an ugly bastard like me, what the hell did you guys do?" So,
it's kind of funny. Peart, he like stated Limelight. So the Limelight is all about the spectacles. It's just the whole fucking hoot and caboot. Peart, he had no want to be in the limelight. We're drummers. I kind of wanted to be a frontman for a long time because I've been stuck behind things for my whole life. But at the same time, that's like it's not a safety zone or safety like net, but it's like, that's my shit back there. Don't touch it. And I'll show you how to play it, whatever. Well, I'll play it with you, but that's my domain. The front of the house and everything, like running around the stage, talking to people. This is going to be the most I've talked, probably 3 days. And then I'm probably not going to talk this much for next week, probably.
It's easy to find the right people, the ones who at least share similar interests in metal and that sort of stuff. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I can be a social butterfly. I'll do it. Give me the chance that you want me to promote. Oh, I'm going to talk your ear off. But at the same time, it's like, okay, I've talked a little bit too much today. I'm going to just shut myself up and I'm going to put myself back into my lane and I will talk to you some other time. Okay.
Well, not yet. We still got some questions to do. So,
let's go. All
right. But actually, if you want to kind of talk about your bands, Unscathed and I'm sorry, I have a hard time trying to pronounce the other one. So,
I in Lundale.
Okay.
The name's gonna change.
Maybe at some point, but regardless,
is going to
at some
change.
point. At some point.
Yeah,
regardless.
I mean, we're still local band, so I can probably say what it is, but I don't want to say it yet because only reason why we've already changed it before. There's different bands that have the name, or there's copyrights already on it, and we don't want to share. So we just got to get that paperwork back, and then name will change very, very quickly. Unscathed. All right, so Unscathed. We've all been through some stuff. Okay. I was a drug dealer at one point. Being stupid. Oh yeah, and not just a little kind. Sorry to. Yeah. And I made some very dumb decisions. So did all of us. Life's, and then you life back. and goes from wanting to be a rebel to being very hooked on some very, very illicit things that kind of rewire your brain, and you start doing it for money. So after not being in a band for about, I think it was like 6 to 8 years. I haven't played live in about 8 years. I'm really excited to do that. But with Unscathed, we kind of went about it and like, dude, we made it. We're not dead right now. Like, been to prison, been to jail, like we did it. The rap sheet will tell you whatever you want. I lost a finger. I've lost a lot of friends. My best friend's dead. And we came out. We're on top. We're okay. And it was a hard experience, man. I missed a lot of funerals. I missed a lot of my life when I didn't even go away for like super, super long, but I was addicted during some very hard parts of very difficult time in our family's life. So it was a long time. And my friend, he's been through some things, and I don't want to talk too much on his behalf. Oh, maybe unless you want to interview Unscathed one day, they'd probably be very happy to talk to everybody. But it's like a personal thing. It's like, hey, we've been through this, so if we've already been through all that, I've already died once. I was dead for 7 minutes. Yeah, I was dead for 7 minutes. Like, what else can you throw at me that now that I'm clean? What can you do to us that can stop us from finally making some great music and finally putting it out? So it's a meaningful thing for us personally, but I think if anybody else wants to become Unscathed and just really believe in something like that, like if your life's hard, push through it, kick it out of the fucking way. Get out of the way. We're coming through, and we feel great about it. So
That's a powerful stuff right there. Yeah. And
yeah.
I have interviewed people who were also drug dealers. Some did kind of come through on the other side. Some actually did also go through near-death experiences too. So
yeah, it sucks. It's a game. It's a game, and literally you lose sight of everything else besides money for a little while. And it's just yeah, I'm glad that I went to prison, because if not, I don't think we would be having this conversation right now. Literally, because I was either going to be in there forever or be down there forever in the dirt. So some of those things have saved me, and I've learned a lot from it. I've become a lot, at least in my eyes, a little bit more humble of a person. I'm not this giant flashy dude that's just trying to flash on everybody. I control my anger a lot better now, and yeah, man, it'll teach you some things from watching everybody go away or die right in front of you. So it's either you're going to learn and get scared straight, or you're just going to keep doing it over and over and over and over, and that's going to be who you are. I'm a drummer. That's what I wanted to do. That's the only thing I've ever wanted to actually do with my life. Like, I was a plumber and a chef and everything, but all I've ever wanted to do is music. So being away from that that was heartbreaking. It was like, you lose everything and I lose music to do that. Like, I can't even touch a pair of sticks. Like, that was rough. It was terrible.
it does. So
yeah, it's terrible.
Hey, I'm sorry for any losses that happened along the way there, but so
life's okay. That's I don't know why I've kind of picked up that phrase, but it's like, hey, life is gonna life. You're gonna have to life back, or it's gonna get you first. So either put up a shield, grab a sword, kick its ass, or sorry, your doom is coming. It's either you fight for what you want and you go and get it, or it's gonna pass you up. Family members are gone. It sucks, really sucks. Best friend gone. It happened. But maybe maybe I'll see him one day. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know if they're going to hell like I am. Because hell is not a bad place in Nordic mythology at all. It's the final resting place of the soul. So maybe we'll see each other somewhere, or I'll just be floating around like a piece of dust, like I think I'm going to.
Sort of existential, talking about it that way. So
yeah.
So no way to get that way. So
yeah. That band, I don't know. That's what I've been. There's been a lot of focus on that one. Doing playthroughs. I got a bunch of teasers. Actually, I just filmed a playthrough for Brendan a couple days ago. We're about to release that. Got all the members except for a vocalist because, well, we fired 2, 3 beforehand because they just weren't aligning correctly. So guitar player, he did vocals on whatever we have at the moment. It sounds great. I like it a lot. And it's been it's like, hey, if you guys want to be a part of this and if you can match the vocals, cool. If not, and you can write something else that can be as up in your face and just be as memorable as these are, great, awesome, please do. But I don't know why vocalists have been my kryptonite, finding ones that I trust enough to lead my band.
Yeah, it's normally the bass player or the drummer you have a hard time trying to find for the group.
And I found a bass player in 2 seconds, and that was a miracle, because they're dinosaurs. They're going extinct. Nobody wants to play bass anymore because it's too hard. Like guitar players, if you drop 5 pennies in a crowd, you're going to find 20 guitar players. If you do the same thing, you'll find 1 bass player, 1 drummer, and 7 people that think they can sing or scream. They're there. They sure as hell are there. But we as a whole are kind of just being picky because we can be picky because we've already waited 3 years to release 1 song. It's not even on the internet yet. It should be this week. I'm hoping that for purposes that we all agree on how it sounds, and I'm going to get that bad boy up because that's the only thing we've been waiting on. Just we got new members. Awesome. I've already tracked 4 of the songs. I tracked 4 of the songs for that band and 4 of the songs for the other band. I did it in 2 days. Knocked that shit out. And it's just, as soon as we release it, it's kind of just, all right, we've already got stuff lined up behind that. So once 1 song comes, it's going to come like a waterfall. Bring the fucking rain.
I should have thought coming down with the lightning or something like that. And then a loud boom afterwards.
There could be that too. Giant rainstorm, it comes along with the lightning. But yeah, water rushes. It's a fluid motion. Get one song that comes off an album, something's coming after that. It usually, you would think so. I mean, since we've all put up the same playthrough, the same song, you'd think that one might be first. It's not. But yeah. Lundale, the other band that I play in, was born pretty much out of unscathed. I met the other guitar player through that band because he was playing with that band. We had to take a break from the other one, just due to internal conflicts. We couldn't practice on the same days, so we started Lundale. It started as Externity, and then found out there was promoters named it. It was other bands. Like, fuck, okay, whatever. Changed the name. Found out there's another band named Lundale somehow. And Lundale means that that means the song of creation in the Tolkien world by the elves. If anybody likes Tolkien stuff, that's the music is not Tolkien based, but the idea of something so beautiful. How could you not love if there was a song that was so great that it could create something? It's pretty badass. Beautiful concept. And that band, we think wheels are turning slowly at the moment. We had member stuff going on, and life's lifing. So we're just kind of, I'm not saying that we're stopping playing music, but it needs to take a back burner at the moment for good reasons, because I think when we're actually done with that, everybody's finally back on the same page. Outside of the band stuff is calm the hell down. Everything is back to where we would like it to be. That'll come very quickly. We've already got a full band on that. There's nobody we're looking for. We got the whole thing. We have 4 songs recorded. There's another 1 or 2 in the works. Unscathed has we have an album ready, at least written. There's 8 songs right now, so there's plenty of material floating around being worked on at all times. So yeah, there's lots of music to be had. It's just figuring out when everybody's ready to officially release it, because we're going to be doing it ourselves.
All right, sounds good. So, but I know we kind of talked some deep topics right there. I think kind of the next couple questions will kind of get a little deeper too. But I guess during COVID, how bad was it for you, family, and I don't know if you were doing anything music wise during that time?
So it was like watching the world end. I was in jail, Denver County, and I literally just watched. It's like, man, what the hell is going on? I thought it was a joke until literally, because before I went into jail, there was no COVID. There was no such thing. There was no sickness, and there was people dying all around me, in jail and out. So it wasn't just like people are dying only out there. No, it was so packed of people that they just started letting people out. It's like, all right, well, maybe am I going to get let out? Oh, no, hell no. My charges were they were what they were, and
A bit severe.
I'm kind of not the biggest thing. It's just distribution and manufacturing of things, and they didn't like what I used to carry around with me also. So they maybe they're just being smart, and I needed to learn some things through the 4th time. But my uncle died during that time. My cousin died. My another aunt, I think, died during that time. So the person that helped me become the drummer I am, gone. My cousin, his son, gone. That was it was like a smack in the face, but it just sucked because I couldn't do anything. It's cannot do anything. There's nothing I could do to help them. Anybody that was getting sick, it was just so far out of my own hands that that was more frustrating than anything, that I couldn't do anything. I was just a speck of nothingness, because I couldn't see my family, couldn't help them, couldn't do anything for anybody. So I just kind of had to put my head down and just read a lot, because it kind of helped me just get through it, put me in another universe a little bit, and read a lot. Read about different religions and stuff to see if anything else besides the stuff that I like made sense, and to check facts and stuff, which I don't know. The whole term religion to me is always just I don't know. But yeah, a lot of reading. COVID. It was really weird coming out after the whole big thing. I think so. 2023 was when I was released, and I was gone for. I wasn't gone for very long, but it's like 2 years in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, and then my longest stay was like, okay, why is everybody wearing masks still out here? I thought you guys were done with this. Like, it's a joke now. It's, at least in my opinion, it was like, guys, the COVID isn't running around like it was. It hasn't been doing that for over a year. Like, it has to die down. It's a flu. But it was just weird seeing how everybody was acting around. If somebody was coughing, it's like, oh, COVID, devil. It was very weird the way that life was working during COVID. It was just very weird. It was like everybody was so scared and so on edge. It's like, man, we're all just sick, whatever. We're gonna deal with it. I mean, I didn't understand the giant just freak out about it after everything kind of calmed down. But it's weird. Life is different now, I guess. Like, even you go downtown on the weekends, it's different. It's very much different now.
I guess even in terms of music scene, still kind of stick with COVID. I guess for the years that you've been out of prison, I guess what's the music scene been like from your perspective?
It's going. It's going. I mean, Denver, I don't think the music scene ever really stopped because there's such a diverse, wide range of metal, just whatever you want to see, you can see it in Denver. This is kind of a hot spot. There's plenty to do, marijuana. Like, this is a place to be throughout the country. And even if you live here, it's just like, all right, I'm going to go catch a show for $10. You want to come? Sure. Let's go. You can still go on every Friday and find something to do. Even if it's not metal, if you want to go catch a comedy show, you can do it. You can do it. I don't really know exactly how the scene was going right as I got out, but I know that it's thriving again very well. I know some of my friends are doing really well. They're going on tour with like national acts. It's great. I love to see it. I love to see that there's people here looking for musicians, and there's plenty of musicians here. Big, in my head at least, there's fantastic players here. The metal scene is doing what it does. It's ebbing and flowing with different styles of music that get really popular sometimes. And there'll be a lot of those bands that sound in that direction. And then there'll be some random stuff that you're like, hey, who the hell are you? I'll come to your show whenever. Just tell me. How do I even listen to your music, man? So it's healthy here. There is a very healthy just music scene in general, because I work as a stagehand and a rigger, so I understand, like, I work for like the larger shows. I would love to work for the smaller venues and do like work for them. Just for the company that I'm at right now, we do all the big stuff.
That's good to hear. Looks like you also found a good stable career here too. And
yeah,
I guess a little bit on a fun note, I guess go talk about what you do for a living outside drumming and soon to be recording engineer. So what sort of hobbies do you do?
So I'm a stagehand, which encompasses, if you work on lighting, video, carpentry, like if you help people do dressing rooms, that's all stagehand stuff. You push cases, but you're still in the mix, and that was like the biggest thing. I just wanted to be close to it. After I got out, I was like, all right, what do I have to do to at least be closer to what I want to do? Even if I'm not getting paid the most, I want to be near it. I want to be at least part of something. I want to be a part of something. It's just always, I want to be in that community that sees what's going on backstage and is a part of it. I've been with Rhino Staging. That's who I work for. Was Rhino for about 3 years, and now I'm mainly a rigging hand. So like 150 feet off the ground in a harness, either climbing up very tall stuff, or you're just spit out somewhere up there, different elevators, stuff around the venue, and take a rope. You put the rope down on the ground, and then you pull it. Ooh, it's really heavy. It's like you basically get to work out for a living, and I love that. Pickup cases, it's heavy. You pick up like anything that's used at these large shows, barricade, that's heavy. That's two person thing. Some of these lights gonna take 2 people. It's just, especially working at Ball Arena and Power Field, like working for Metallica last year, that all of these stages, they're huge. It takes a village, quote unquote. It takes a lot of people to put all of this together, and if any of that stuff breaks, I mean, you could seriously injure somebody or the artist. So if it's not kind of heavy duty, a lot of people probably don't want to use it because their life almost and will depend on these things not falling on them, or not going through a stage or getting lit on fire. So it's use the good stuff. Don't get hurt.
That's use the stage responsibly.
Yeah.
Know your surroundings. You got to know your surroundings a little bit. So yeah.
For real. I mean, they know how to coordinate it. They kind of do that, especially if you have a stage manager. They're going to help you keep the chaos together. And like, if you know where the flames are coming from, don't stick your head in there. If you're
James Hetfield.
If you're going to go to Germany, and you hear of this small band called Rammstein, and the pyro with that band is so unexplainably amazing. I really hope I didn't miss seeing them completely live, because I've never got to see them in their last tour that they did as a band. They're taking a break as far as what they said on the interwebs or whatnot. It's just incredible. It's like, don't get in those dudes' way or touch anything, because it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt real bad like.
It's Deutschland for Germany, and then I always pronounce it Rammstein. I think it's Rammstein. Yep. Good boys there too. Probably crazy sons of bitches, but you gotta love them too. They stick to their guns.
Love it. I love them. It's different. That whole, again, like industrial thing, it can be a huge spectacle and have this huge sound, or you can have like a dungeon synth band, and it's going to sound much more just reserved. But you go to one of those concerts, that's rock and roll, baby. Like, that's some real time rock and roll. There's enough fire to start a war.
Thank you, Kiss. So yeah. Actually, maybe more so Kiss, Black Diamond, since that's when they were doing more of the explosive stuff. So
yep.
I did see him live, and just trying to remember if it was before or after. I think it was definitely before. It might have been the last concert. I don't know, before COVID happened. But I did see him live.
Oh, man. Yeah, Kiss. I saw him on their original farewell tour. That it was supposed to be their last go around. Right. As we can see, they still, I don't know how they toured basically until Ace Frehley croaked, but it was like, damn, I could have waited this whole time to go see him, and I went to go see that farewell tour. Shut up, Joseph. It was cool back then. I still think it was awesome.
They'll still do Detroit Rock City, so don't worry. They'll still do it. So
you'd think.
Eventually, I'll have to hang it up at some point. So they will be the legit final last tour. So,
I mean, who's going to fill in for Ace? That's I think that's
who's the guy. Who's the guy right now?
I have no idea. Oh, there's always Paul Stanley, Gene, Ace, and then who knows who the drummer is at any point after Chris. Like Peter Criss, there was a bunch of drummers, but I don't know who would be or is playing for Kiss, at least in Ace's position.
They did sing well. I will give them credit because I think one of the songs as they were beginning like their long descent to like their final number, as they always seem to do, like an encore or something. He did sing back. He did pretty well, so I'll give him credit.
That's awesome.
So, right. So we still got a couple questions left before we get to the fun ones, but I guess
Cool.
let's jump into the ones about gear. So, what you got?
Gear. Well, do I want to bring this over there? Why not? Let's go look at stuff real quick for a hot second.
Let's hope I don't lose connection.
It did stuff, and now it does not do stuff. So,
Oh, you're good.
I personally have a sonar kit. So here we go. Back. So got the sonar with it. It's all maple. I like that. I like the maple sound. Got the rack and a plethora of cymbals, mainly Zildjian. So this is the setup I have at the moment. They got the Yamaha module. That's custom. There's no other cymbal like this in the world. Bought it at a drum shop a couple months back. Apparently somebody dropped off a whole entire like bell and gong setup, and they're all handmade, so that was sweet. New beats from the 60s, so mainly Zildjian. I tried the whole Meinl deal. Loved it. Loved their people. But I've had better luck with Zildjian personally. Weirdest stack I've ever played. Coolest little thing ever. And that's a pearl snare at the moment. It's all maple. As far as I found out about it, at least. I haven't been able to find a whole lot of information about it. I mean, it's labeled pearl, and there is a badge in there. It's like one out of like some sort of like 1,000 something. So I don't know. I've tried to find that model. I've tried to find it on the internet. Couldn't find shit. It's a pearl limited edition something. Yamaha pedals. Those are the ones right there. Those are badass. I love them. I play with one trigger on my bass drum, and that's the stuff. That's the rundown right there. At least for percussion. That is what I like to play on.
So that's pretty cool. I guess so some of the other stuff in your studio there, do you have anything in terms of recording wise, or is that just strictly for the set over there?
So we have a bunch of amps here. Right now so the whole building a studio was, all right, let's build, because there was no ceiling, there was no wall right here. There was no anything to help the sound from us, me, anybody that comes here. There was no way of stopping the sound from getting through single pane windows. So I was focusing more on getting that ready first. I wanted to finish like the basement, get ceiling, walls. I put carpet down here and started working on just, is this spatially going to be acceptable for microphones to get in here? And with that little Yamaha module, it sounds a whole lot better in here than it did my last place I was at. So I can contest that even with those little microphones, definitely sounds better on a video and a track so far. I have a laptop. That's pretty cool for recording, but microphones I am very much working on. I have a tiny bit of gear, nothing that's like honestly super noteworthy for what I'm messing with here, but I'd say in about a year I should have more than ample like microphones for actually recording live instruments, because I can record plenty of fake stuff. Like these MIDI, I have a couple of MIDI controllers, but once I just don't really want to record a whole lot of MIDI stuff. I know there's these VSTs and there's these drum sets you can use to do everything. It's like I would rather take a video of somebody with a decent camera and actually see that they make mistakes, because mistakes are so much cooler than having a perfect track to me. It's like that shows me that you're confident with your playing. Like that shows you can actually play it. You're not speeding it up. Like there's no reason to, man. If you mess up, you're just human. I'm not going to quantize your stuff unless like you just quantizing anything. I think that all these visualizers and all these numbers for recording, it's so different. I'm not going to say it's silly. I think it's silly, but having all these things telling you what's right, what's wrong, hey, you should really do this or this and this. Like, oh, motherfucker, I know my ears work very well for some of this stuff because I've helped with a lot of mixing. And it's like, you guys want me to do all of that in post-production? I'm going to make you play it.
I was like, I know what I'm doing. Trust me on it. So
yeah, it's like the ears. If you've got the ear for music, you've got the ear. And you got to just understand that when you are recording somebody, you want to just make sure all the members can sound just as good. Like it's gonna be annoying. Maybe somebody doesn't like the way you've mixed it, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. But you can go back and play it again, and who knows? Maybe it could just be a tone issue. It could be something as simple as that. But I don't want to go through and make a MIDI map of all of this when all you have to do is practice a couple days beforehand and know your songs, everything. It will be okay. It's just going to take a little longer. It will be okay. We will make some sick shit. Just know if you come and hang out and record over here, it's going to be always going to be about the player. If you can play your stuff, you can record anywhere. You can record on top of a mountain if that's the desired effect you actually want. If you can play the rhythm that you want all that echo and reverb from, that would sound sick as fuck. But if you're playing death metal and technical death metal, and you got to play all those notes. If somebody in your band is playing a lot of notes and you're supposed to be doing the same thing, it's just got to be on point. It has to be. There's types of music that demand intricacy and it demands accuracy. So I know everybody always says practice, 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 but practice, 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 man. It doesn't have to be for an hour a day. It can be 20 minutes. Just if you're struggling somewhere, play that for 20 minutes straight. And if you don't like what you've recorded, do it again 20 times. Fuck it. What kind of time are you waiting on?
So much time. So you can see what.
Yeah.
Right.
Whatever.
All right. And just one last question before we jump into the fun ones. What do you make of AI and social media these days?
So, AI, it's a cool idea. I know that it's able to help people. I know that it's able to do good. Everything is able to do good in life. That's, if you're born, your first instinct is to love or to be just to be you. AI, to me, not the biggest fan. I think that it's all the hard work that I've put into my life. It's like, wait, if I was born and now I could just use AI to do everything and my brain would be melted like some others. And it's like, man, I mean, it's cool. It can be a great tool, I guess. It has to be a great tool, or else why else would it have been made that way? But almost making things too easy for people to do stuff. And it's like, all right, well, I guess that's cool. You made that with something that has no brain, and you put a couple words into it, and it just did it for you. You didn't have to actually do anything to create it. You didn't create it for shit. Your computer's brain made it. You can say you made it. You did not make that. Like, there's artists on Spotify and everything that are AI artists that I think that's personally, I don't care who I offend about that. It's like, that makes me fucking sick. It grosses me out. It's like, you're going to make money off of other music lovers and do that, and it's all purely AI. Like, you're telling something to make that song, and there's one channel that I like that is AI, and I only like it because I know it's bullshit. It's nobody made that. That is purely made up by a computer. These rappers that make blues. It's kind of funny. It's kind of cool, but it's hard. I don't think I'm ever going to get behind the whole AI thing. It's just a little much for me.
Yeah, I can see why. Though I will admit, I've actually been using it to make my little thumbnails for my drum covers, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, see, if you're using it as like a artistic tool, that's why I say it can be kind of cool. I've seen people use it for like their hot sauce or whatever it is that you just want to like animate. But if you actually put the work into it to make it do that, like, but it was just like whole entire albums made from the AI. Like, you're completing a whole project because of the AI. Because if you didn't use it, you wouldn't be able to actually do it because you didn't take the time to learn that skill or craft. From being a tradesman, I was a plumber. And AI, like, I don't really know if AI is going to be able to take care of plumbers. Drywallers, it's a very good fucking ability. Concrete, they're already making robots that can self-level concrete. There's whole entire McDonald's that are no humans inside of it.
Kiosk machines, yeah.
Yeah, but even down in Texas, there's not a human inside. Not a single one. That is completely ran off of electronics, and that's a scurry to me. That's a little scurry. I don't want to get passed up by a machine or a machine that just thinks about what it wants and it does it. Drummers are already becoming extinct because all of these fake drums online that if you can't find a drummer and you still want to put something out, oh, look, that thing sounds like a real drummer. It's like, don't look at it. Don't look at it. Just wait, please. You don't need it. Not to say I don't have a couple programs now, but it's
hypocrite.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's like I have two of them. Just I wanted to learn because the new recording processes, your favorite artists that you have heard on record, I almost guarantee that those drums there's files over your drums. And I don't know how much I agree with it. The album that we're producing right now, I don't have a single sample over the drums. Now, it's taken forever to mix them right. And I have been kind of stern-handed about like, hey, I don't want to put any samples over my stuff because like I've spent a lot of money on that thing and the way that it's tuned and the way that the wood is. And I use one thing as a sample, a trigger on my kick drum. If you hear metal and without a trigger, it just sounds like you're playing at 280. I like the definition of a kick drum. Everything else besides that, that's real. I want to hear real things, human things, mistakes. If I make a mistake, you're going to hear it because there's definition in that kick drum. You're going to hear a couple, whatever. Hey, I'm only this skin. I'm a skin bag, man. We're just made out of skin, blood, and bones. From social media, you asked. For me, I mean, hell, we wouldn't be talking without social media. I think that it's a little much, and I was a little late to the party because I was busy with other things. They're cool platforms. Back in the day when you were a rock star, you just go to a venue, meet people. If you're lucky, you get to do all that. And all of the resources that social media has now and everything else, sick. But a lot of it is there's so much advertising and there's so much other subliminal things that are just moving right past you, which I try not to get on for too long because I don't want a bunch of crap in my brain that I'm not actually wanting to physically be there. I don't need it. I don't want it. There's too much. I already have too much nonsense going on in my brain. I don't need something else being fed into there that I personally didn't search for or want to be a part of. Like social media, if there's drums and it makes me funny and it's funny, cool. That's awesome. Reptiles, cool. Animals, cool. But
No political posts. So,
yeah, no, I don't mess with that. I specifically go around such things because it's just, dude, if you say something wrong on the internet, you are a creator. If you are a creator and you say something funky, like I know I've probably cussed a lot today because I haven't really had to be around a certain type of people for a long time. And also at the same time, here you go. Sorry, I am who I am. But you can't say certain words or else you get canceled. You can't say certain words or people get offended. And it's so weird to me that it's so odd to me. I've never been around people that got that offended or anything like that. And it's weird. It's odd that you can cancel somebody over saying one word and people get off on ruining people's careers off that. And it's odd. It's oddly disgusting that people would like to do that. Personally, it's weird. I don't want to go too far into it. But social media is cool. If you can understand how to use it, awesome. I'm learning how to use it, and I am grateful that I have learned how to use some of it because I have a small little name. Now, if I didn't have social media, if I just had my camcorder like I did, it's not that easy to do that. The grand scheme and view of social media has helped music in such a great way, but also it's killing it at the same time. Killing the music industry. Today is record store day. I'm going to try and run to one today and see if they have the record I was going to go look at.
All right. But we're almost out of time, so I won't try to keep it up too long. But let's get through fun questions real quick. Ready?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And lastly, just tread carefully with the AI social media stuff there too. So stay safe out there, folks.
Yeah. Stay safe.
So to get into the fun questions, I'm curious if there's a particular dish I haven't heard about yet from Denver. So what's your favorite food of all time?
My favorite food? Oh, man. I like Oriental of all shapes and sizes. I was a chef. So food, it's beautiful. Give me either some Oriental food or give me some good barbecue. Good barbecue. Because all the barbecue here is nonsense except for like one or two places. I may or may not have a little salt in my blood about it.
I'm trying to tiptoe around it because I don't want to get canceled. So.
It's like, come on, just give me some good barbecue. But there's so much sushi here. Oh, it's so good. And there is good sushi in Denver, which is crazy. We are a landlocked state. You can get some of the best sushi here. Because I know where they get it from. I know how long it's been out of the water. I trust it.
My next guess was made in China, but I don't know if we should go that far. Okay. But sushi, I would say sushi is a close number 2. It seems like Italian food normally gets the number 1 spot at times. So they got Mexican or Hispanic dishes at number 3. So
I've had to deal with the whole like Mexican food so much that Colorado, there's like this Tex-Mex thing here. Then I'll have to say Colorado has better green chili. We've got it here. It's so good. But yeah, I almost got like burnt out on that food. Oriental, love it.
All right, great choices. I guess kind of sticking with the whole chef deal, and I guess were you kind of working in Oriental, or were you kind of working in like family joints or something?
I worked for a lot of corporate stuff. I went from like Qdoba, then I tried a like noodles company, then I went to like the Cheesecake Factory. So that was like the corporate world. Cheesecake Factory was fun as hell. It's a lot of learning. And then once I really started to understand, like, because I worked for a bunch of other kitchens in between those, and I managed everything after that. So being a sous chef and creating, that was like the big one. You'd create all the gastropubs or what other types of restaurants I worked at. It was like, if I went there and I was working, there was 3 specials on the menu per night. And three per night that you could order plus the regular menu. And it was just like it kept my brain firing so often that once I stopped being a chef, it was like, wait, I don't have to do all this crap anymore. It was kind of like it was like a shell shock a little bit. When you stop creating for a little while, it feels really funky.
I'd say I'm kind of in a little bit of a similar situation, but I was more into it's a local family joint, so it's your typical bar and grill stuff.
Yeah,
we do the burgers, steaks, and all your deep fried food. It's completely unhealthy for you, but we still love it nonetheless.
Delicious.
We break our New Year's resolution just one weekend to the new year. So yeah.
Oh, I love it.
All right. So, I guess moving on. Not sure if you drink, but if you do you have a favorite alcoholic drink? And then what's your favorite non-alcoholic drink?
Give me anything with tequila. Tequila. I like margaritas, man. Margaritas, that's usually my go-to if I'm not broke is a joke, because everything is expensive in this world now. But I like the flavor of tequila. It's good to cook with. And non-alcoholic, maybe like I like energy drinks. I have to be careful about energy drinks, but I like Apple anything. Yeah.
I thought I saw Mountain Dew. I thought I saw Mountain Dew right there, so I wasn't sure that was going to be one of them.
There is, and there's also W Energy, if you've ever heard of that company. I'm partnered with them. It is a energy drink company. They got a whole slew of different flavors, and I like bubbles, so I kind of mix that stuff in with carbonated water, so it actually gets back to stuff I like, which is cool. The Mountain Dew is tasty, but it's a little citrusy for me.
Baja Blast, or is that regular?
This is Mountain Lightning.
Oh, that one. Okay.
We're at the Walmart right here, man. This is ghetto fresh.
I mean, it doesn't the same color, so I mean, it's probably a good guess. So, all right.
Hey, if you have a logo that looks like something and it has the same color, you might be around the same barbershop.
something like that. All right, but all great choices. I guess for lots of fun questions, what you been listening to recently in terms of music, whether they're indie or mainstream?
So, dude, the new Spite is so fucking good. The production is so good that I may not be the largest fan of that subgenre, but I can't stop listening to that album, man. The new Spite kicks lots of asses. And there's this band called Surreption. I've been listening to them since one of my older guitar players from years ago. He went on tour with Discreet and Wretched, and he heard about them, kind of brought it back to the band. If you like tech death and you want something to groove, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Deterioration of Minds. That is the album that will change your mind about tech death. At least in my mind, it's perfect. It's gold. Incarnate. If I could eat it, I would. Spoon by spoon.
All right, those are all great choices right there. All right. So, Joe, we're down to one more question on my podcast. Before we jump into it real quick, would you like to ask me anything real quick?
Well, it's just cool what you do, man. That's so why do you interview musicians? I would love to do such things. I've just never had the time to. It's just what caused you to create a podcast about interviewing other musicians and people around the industry?
So it happened during COVID. This could kind of be like a nice little history lesson of all music matters in that. And first off, you needed something to do because I was fortunate to still have a job. But afterwards, it was like, what am I going to do? Just sit and watch TV the whole time? So I initially started my YouTube channel just doing drum covers, that sort of stuff. First drum cover ever was Bolt Throwers, No Guts, No Glory.
Yeah, I saw that one. That was cool.
I did a remake, so that I don't know if that was the most recent one, but whatever. But I needed to diversify the channel, and the problem was I did a little stint in sales after I graduated from college, so I realized I was a lot more of an introvert than I thought I was. So, so doing this,
Hello.
it helped branched it out a little bit. So it was one to at least maybe somewhat more of an extrovert, being able to talk with people on a similar topic that we can at least converse with, in this case, music.
Right.
And two, it was a good hobby for a little bit. Hope to make it a career at some point. Not sure as high as what you see with Joe Rogan or some of those other ones who get like the big Spotify $1 billion contracts or something. But it would be nice to make a penny off this, to be honest. So,
dude, I think you, as long as as long as we chip away at what we want to do, something's going to come from it. Something.
Eventually.
Yep. So. I understand. I'm a metal musician. We don't make money.
Everyone thinks we're Satanists, that whole deal. So yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to, but you grind at it. If you grind at something and you truly believe what you want to do is, and you back your product, it's probably going to happen, man. I like what we've been talking about today. I got you, man. That's awesome.
Thank you. If there's something else, is it okay with you up to the last question, or did you want to ask anything else?
How long have you been playing drums?
A little over a decade. It's one of those funny moments where you yell at mom and dad, be like, "See, video games were good for something." But it was more so because of Guitar Hero 3 back in the day when you were trying to be like Slash and all those guys. But it eventually evolved into Rock Band because they were the ones that were like the 4-piece bands, for instance, the vocalist, guitarist, bassist, and drummer.
Mm-hmm.
Later on, a keyboardist. So it was almost like a quintet sort of group or whatever. I got into drums there and worked my way through the easy to expert for the majority of the songs. Of course, when you get to the more metal, the impossible songs, it's a little more harder to do because they demand being
fire and the flames we carry on.
Well, not a rock band. It was actually more so Judas Priest's Painkiller.
Oh.
Or Dream Theater's Panic Attack.
That was on there?
It was on Rock Band 2, yeah.
Holy crap. All right.
So, yeah.
They were trying to train the next wave of musicians. Damn.
I would say I was only able to probably get on hard, but that was as far as I was going. Because if you know, that was by Protnar, right, on Octaviarium, that album.
Yeah, I love Dream Theater. There's a lot of it that I don't know because, well, I get a little overwhelmed with sound sometimes. And even as a drummer and a musician, thankfully I'm like medicated. Finally. But it's when it gets to be a little bit too much, I kind of have to like, all right, damn, you guys are great, solid as hell. But it's almost so much going on and so many time signatures. It gets a little overwhelming.
A little too much. Yeah. So
yeah. Great.
That's why I tend to avoid too much of the prog metal. It's like you guys must have really aced your math class, to be honest. So
right. I sucked at math.
I mean, I did okay, but I was more. I think my math these days is more like a basic math with adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. So
yeah,
that's all you need.
Which has got everybody through for the last couple thousand centuries, whatever. So who knows?
Because I thank the gods for the Greeks. So yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else? Or?
I don't really think so. Where'd you find my name by chance?
I think I started showing up on my feed on Facebook. So it was Facebook first off. Not sure what's wrong with Messenger, but I think I'm going to get that corrected at some point. But I think it was you playing on drums because I've been following like I always click like the follow button when it's a musician band, whenever they have it as their title or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, follow. Oh, here's this guy right here. Looks like he's drumming a little bit. Got to shed some calories, that sort of thing there too. So
yep. Yeah. It was that's cool. That's awesome. Well, thanks for fucking following me, man. That's awesome. As soon as I see people that pretty much the same thing, photographers, anybody that creates food, if you do anything with podcasts, it's like, all right, sport, whatever we have to do to support each other. Biggest thing, man. That's our community. Go to a metal show that's local. You're gonna meet 50 local musicians and 10 other people that are around.
There may be some other content creators or the people holding the little gimbals, that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. That'd be nice. Anything else, or is it okay with jumping to the last question?
I guess we can go to the next one. I don't really know what else to ask you, man. What do you think of death metal and black metal? I guess. Do you listen to any of that? You definitely brought up some bands that are on the very extreme side. What's your favorite type of music?
I've been doing a lot of drum covers recently within the death metal. Not so much in the black metal. I'd say I did one with Incantation, but unfortunately that one, when I put it up on my YouTube channel, it got flagged because it wasn't one of those like just copyright ones. It's like, no, you cannot post this song on here at all. So
wow.
It was the abolishment of Immaculate Serenity. But for some reason, if you chipped it off, I think it was at the 420 mark, it would allow you just to go ahead and post it with just the copyright mark on it.
Huh.
So it was really weird. So that's why I think that's why I avoid like Incantation. I did do Behemoth. It was more the easier one from the Evangelion album, Lucifer.
Oh yeah.
That was meant to be a Halloween one. That was I would say that one was fun to do editing wise.
That's sweet. I did it wasn't Be Without Fear or I forgot what it is, but that was like one of my first videos was a Behemoth song. Literally, it was at least one of the better sounding ones that I did because I was just starting out with that damn module, learning how to use it. So I love Behemoth. I love them.
Yep, what a doubt. You find some sort of demo. But I've been actually delving into somewhat going back into thrash because I'm doing a little bit of Dark Angel, and then there's Immolation I'm going to be covering. I've been doing D-Side actually. I actually have been covering a good bit of Scars of the Crucifix this year.
All All right. I might be doing something with the name Belf and Gore very soon. That's my. I'm hoping that my hands are going to be able to hold on to anything by the end of it, but that Black Death.
It really tests your limits, to say the least. So yeah,
it hurts. It hurts, and it's also, yeah. That's just, I love it. It's a lot of fun to play.
people are gonna think you probably went through some sort of seizure if they're seeing you kind of moving your hands like this the whole time.
Like, how is it going that fast? Whatever. Just keep blasting. Just don't look down. It's like going on a bridge. Don't look down. Why would we look down? Don't look at your own feet. They're on fire. Wait, they're on fire? Oh no, they're on fire. Did we like summon some shit in here or something right now? Yikes.
I'll check. I'm looking down. So yeah.
It doesn't exist. It doesn't hurt that bad. Just keep going, hopefully. Uh-oh, my phone's gonna die.
So in that case, we'll go ahead and jump to the last question here. All right. So this one can also tie in with challenges too, especially the ones that you listed earlier with going through prison and that sort of stuff there too. But given the amount of negativity that you've seen going on in the world these days I feel like people need some sort of hope. So what would be your message of hope for musicians and people out there so they can move forward with their lives?
Message of hope. Message of hope. There's, just know that if you fall down, if anything seems to put a dampener on your smile, on anything, whatever it may be, the next day, you got a whole nother day ahead of you. And as a musician, as a whatever you're doing, nobody has ever been perfect. There's never going to be anything that's called perfect. Hell, I like things that aren't perfect on purpose, because I think that whole concept of perfect is bullshit, and it's just a little bit too much. If you want to do something, just do it. Just do it. I don't know how many times that has stopped me from becoming successful at something, because I got nervous and I stopped doing what I was doing that I was good at, and I just stopped. And it'll just curb everything for you. If you want it, go and get it. Because if you don't go and get it, somebody else is going to take it before you, and you're going to be pissed. Just one foot in front of the other. That's everybody else has always said practice. I would probably say put that in there somewhere, but if you got 2 feet and you got a set of lungs and you just want something, just go and get it. Don't, if there's roadblocks in ahead of you, break them down. Bring a pickaxe with you. I don't care. Smash the wall. If you see something that's going to stop you, before it does stop you, learn about it. Figure out what, like, educate yourself in some of this stuff. I've had to do a lot of that myself, because who knows? You just have to learn. If there's something that's going to stop you just due to the fact of you not knowing what the hell it is, take the time and learn it. If you want it that bad, you can 100% do it. You can get it. Just don't stop.
Journey time. Don't stop believing. So,
yeah. I wish I had a pair of Nikes. Just do it. Just do it. They coined that shit for long time.
A good reason. A good marketing tools. Yeah. So, yeah.
Just do it, man. Don't listen to any of these bullshit saying you can't do something. Just do it. Just do it. Yeah.
All right. And spoke like a true prodigy. So, all right.
Hey.
So, Joe, we have reached the end of a podcast right here. We talked a little over an hour and 40-some minutes. I guess before we close out, you want to give any shout outs real quick? Hopefully the phone doesn't die on us.
Yeah, I know. Dude, family, love you. Bandmates, all of you, love you. Alex from Jagoria, great thrash metal band from Denver. He's the one that recorded the drums with me. That dude's a freak. Love him. And dude, anybody that supports your side of the music, anybody that supports anything that has to do with the music scene, it's awesome. We need more individuals that will support this industry because it's not easy. Never will be easy. Shit. That's why it's so hard to get anywhere in our field of life. So we appreciate you. Thank you. Thanks for bringing me on, man. I really appreciate it.
No worries. And just for the audience's sake, could you just list what social media and streaming platforms your music's on so I can check you out and interact?
So none of my current bands have anything streaming. They will if you look up my old bands, Expurgate, Nephrectomy, and Dragon Entrails. I was not specifically on that one, but there were bands that I played with that I can tell you that some of the patterns that were created, the vocalist, he let me know what was going on. And Expurgate, I was the first drummer. But if you look at some of the old demos, those are the three bands that my drums were at least incorporated into. So, but my two bands, the music is coming. When I say it's coming, hopefully by next week, we'll have at least one of the songs for the Unscathed. Here first. Ah!
All right, you heard from Joe right here too, but we have to close out like this. So,
Yep.
Everyone, my guest today was Joseph Asgard Erickson, hailing from Denver, Colorado. So he's part of a couple groups right there. I'm not going to try to pronounce the token one because I know I'm going to butcher it. So
I
and Ludale. So there's that one, and then he also got Unscathed. So make sure you go support him on all the socials. And eventually, when it comes out on streaming, make sure you go support him on there too, as well here too. So let's go support our brother out there too, as well as all the other ones. And for anyone who has gone to jail for whatever reason it may be, note there's always a second chance. So go out and grab it. So, all right. But Joe, thank you again. Just do it too, as he said. But Joe, good to have you back along here for the ride here too, mate. So you do stay safe. Rock on. And lastly, strike a pose. Stay tuned, y'all.
Strike a pose.
Quick.
Woo!